out here today? If I could have everybody please gather in close, gather in close. Everybody please gather in. If you're far, if you're spread out, come in close so we can see the power of our numbers. I want to thank everybody for coming out today, Tuesday, May 28th. We're standing here at 5:54 p.m. at a time where people are leaving work, where people are hitting traffic, where people are coming back from a weekend where maybe they were enjoying themselves. Until Israel decided to strike Rafah again and kill over 40 people. We have been coming out here since October, just this year. We've really been coming out since 1948. But since October, when we showed up the first day and the second day and the first month and the second month, we didn't think we'd be here 6 months later. Shame! We didn't think that 1,000 dead would turn into over 40,000! We didn't think that one bomb would turn into thousands! We have never given up on our people, on the resilience of our people, and the power of our movement. But what we know is that the clock has been ticking, and the time has expired, and it is time for accountability! Over the last months, we have seen a global movement of students mobilizing in solidarity with our people in Gaza, putting up tents, putting up liberation zones, putting up encampments, honoring our martyrs, honoring our revolutionaries, honoring our people living and fighting every single day under occupation. And we have seen the same Zionist repression that has assaulted our people for months and years and decades be used to brutalize our students in our own backyards. Shame! And as you all know, UCSD's Liberation Zone ran from May 1st to May 6th of this month until it was brutally shut down. Until over 60 people were brutally arrested and 40 students were suspended. And so we're here today to send a reminder to UCSD, to the Sheriff's Department, to UCPD, to all of these collaborators with the Zionist entity that we refuse to be ignored. And that we will keep demonstrating until we see justice for our people, both here and in Palestine. So I thank you all for coming out here today, and I now want to introduce our first speaker, Amina, speaking on behalf of American Muslims for Palestine. Everybody give it up for AMP.
I am from American Muslims for Palestine, which is a grassroots nonprofit dedicated to engaging and educating Americans today. I'd like to start off by mentioning the 76 years of ongoing occupation, ethnic cleansing, and Israeli assaults on the Palestinian people, which started with the Nakba in 1948. This was the first largest mass displacement of 200,000 Palestinian people and some of the first most brutal massacres on Palestinian villages, which begun the ethnic cleansing all over Palestine. This was the first, but unfortunately not the last, as we have watched the brutal and most aggressive massacres against Gaza and the ongoing genocide and displacement of over 2.5 million people in Gaza. Refugee camps in Gaza since 1948 have been continuously attacked and massacred, just as the massacre we have seen before our eyes in the past 48 hours. Shame. Israel told Palestinians in Rafah to move to an UNRWA camp and designated safe area. Rafah is where 1.7 million are trying to stay alive and survive the bombardments and the massacres. In the past 48 hours, this area was targeted, massacred, and bombed over 60 times. In the past 48 hours, the ICJ issued a complete halt to all military operations in Rafah. But bombing Rafah over 60 times is what they are met with. We have witnessed human beings burned alive. We have witnessed beheaded children. We are currently witnessing massacres hour after hour after hour. And hospitals are still under siege and massacre. Over 36,000 Palestinians have been murdered and slaughtered in the past 7 months. We needed a ceasefire 7 months ago, and we need it now. And guess what? This is our tax money. That is our university tuition, and that is $18 billion in total aid the U.S. has given to Israel to occupy, besiege, and murder Palestinians. Palestinians have been repeatedly dehumanized as the world turns a blind eye to past and current massacres targeting literal refugee camps from 1948 to 2024. I urge you all to get involved, get educated, to hold those responsible for these atrocities being committed. Call for divestment and end U.S. funding to Israel. We will not stand here and continue our day-to-day lives while we are dying. We must uphold the rights for Palestinians and oppressed peoples to right to freedom, dignity, and the right to exist. Lift the siege on Gaza now, sanction Israel now, and ceasefire now.
Everybody give it up for AMP one more time. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
And end the occupation.
And end the occupation.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
And end the occupation.
And end the occupation.
We want justice. You say how?
We want justice. You say how?
And USD funding now.
And USD funding now.
We want justice. You say how?
We want justice. You say how?
UCSD divest now.
UCSD divest now.
People of the world unite.
People of the world unite.
Palestine is our fight.
Palestine is our fight.
People of the world unite.
People of the world unite.
Palestine is our fight.
Palestine is our fight.
And from the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Thank you, everybody. I now want to invite our second speaker, Doris, on behalf of the Arab American Anti-Discrimination Committee.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for continuing the fight. We're stronger than ever. Things are falling apart in high places. So today we heard that on the agenda for the UCSD faculty vote, I believe that's next week, they gathered over 100 signatures, and they are agendizing giving Chancellor Khosla a vote of no confidence. That doesn't mean he has a vote of no confidence. If you know someone at UCSD, you start pressuring them right now. Talk to them. Find out what's holding them back. I've been doing it all week, and my husband also, who used to teach there. You know, we're just having these conversations, and people are doing heroic things. They are signing on, even close friends of Khosla. Even close friends. He is a corrupt leader, as is the entire board, who are made up of money people who don't give a crap. Sorry, I almost cursed. I have a filthy mouth. Actually, I have to curb myself. But But you know, they just don't really care. They don't care about education, and they haven't really since the 1980s. And I look at these faces here. In the 1980s, actually, people cared about education, and then everything got eroded and it became about money. I look at the people here, and I see the world. I see humanity. I see Arabs. I see Jews. I see African Americans, indigenous people, white people of consciousness, Asians, Mexicans, of course. You're all here. You're all here, and we're all together. And we have to be very clear about what our message is when infiltrators who come and others want to turn us into trained monkeys. They want us to say, well, of course I believe in Israel's right to exist. Do you believe in Israel's right to exist? You don't have to answer that question. That question is an obscene question based on racism. And still asked when people are being, you know, the Israelis and the Biden administration are doubling down on the genocide, and they're lying to us. They are liars, consummate liars, and I hope for a day when the default is we don't believe them. It's just been absolute obscenity. Most of us can't sleep. One of the slogans is day and night. And that's really true, I think, for many of us. We live this torment, you know, removed, of course, from the real torment going on. But we live it. We've all got PTSD, and it's just time to turn things around. Just remember that these things are obscene. I want you to enter that word into your vocabulary. We are witnessing obscenity at the worst absolute degree. I mean, it's just beyond anything. And if you had any doubts that the United States is a war-mongering, hungry for war, excited to use weapons against people, new weapons. Let's see how these anti-personnel bombs work. Gaza is a testing ground, and we've got to turn this around. We've got to turn this around. We have to stay peaceful, and we have to be mindful of people who may try to infiltrate and put us in a corner. I just want to caution that. I'm not going to take up any more of your time, but thank you so much for being here.
Voices for Peace.
Hi, everybody. My name's Leah. I'm an American Jew speaking on behalf of Jewish Voice for Peace. Words cannot describe the continuous heartbreak the past 8 months have come with. The displacement and violence Israel has inflicted on Palestinians is not new, but we are witnessing in real time a genocide happening. We have seen Israel's intentional destruction of Gaza through the bombings of hospitals, universities, homes, killing doctors, journalists, tens of thousands of civilian men, women, pregnant women, and children. Shame! And then the people dying from the lack of hospitals and food. And now we're seeing the survivors of all of that horror being killed in the refugee camps in the alleged safe zones. Shame! It is sacrilegious to equate anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. Genocide is not a Jewish value. It should not be controversial to be against this destruction and murder, especially since it's done in our name. We should be fighting for Palestinians' right to live with dignity and health and joy in their land they have continuously lived on for millennia. For those of us that are Jewish, it is important for us to be here and take our agency back. Israel does not represent us. How could we forget the millions in our grandparents' generation who perished in the Holocaust? Those images are strikingly similar to the images we see coming out of Gaza. Those people perished because their community was silent, and we will not be silent. Thank you.
All right, everybody, I now want to welcome our last speaker, which is Anakbayan. Shanika from Anakbayan, please come to the front.
I'm Shanika. I'm a member of Anakbayan San Diego. Anakbayan San Diego is a Filipino youth organization fighting for a Philippines that is truly sovereign with a genuine people's democracy. As Filipino youth, waging our struggle for national liberation of our homeland, we are in full solidarity with the just struggle for the liberation of the Palestinian people, for their land, for genuine sovereignty, for democracy, for liberation, by any means necessary. Shame on Israel for their all-out war of destruction on the Palestinian people. Shame on their deception. Our hearts and our minds are with the people of Rafah today. As Filipinos, we're all too familiar with the occupation of a foreign military. When our grandparents see the genocide in Gaza, they see and remember the violence, the killing of their parents, of our communities, and their own homes by the US and Japanese militaries during the World War II. When I hear the screams of the people of Rafah, I hear the screams of indigenous Filipinos in Mindanao watching the same Israel-made bombs terrorize their own communities. When I hear of the thousands of Palestinian children who are being killed every single day, I think of the children in the Philippines. I think of Rafaela, who was only a 1-year-old infant who was killed in her own home by a US military bomb. When we see the liberation fighters of Palestine being called terrorists, we think of the fighters in the Philippines who have taken the highest form of struggle, the armed struggle against the real terrorists, against the US-backed state. We Filipinos know that our struggle for liberation cannot be separated from the just struggle of liberation of the Palestinian people, because the same bombs and weapons being used against the people of Palestine are being used against our own people. Israel sells weapons and bombs to the Philippine military and police. The reactionary Philippine government is the third largest buyer of Israeli bombs and weapons. The Israeli Defense Forces train the Philippine military and police in the same methods that are being used to wreak havoc and cause genocide in Palestine. And these fascist militaries, they're coming here to San Diego next month. Starting on June 26th, the RIMPAC, or the Rim of the Pacific exercises, are starting here in San Diego. The Israeli Defense Forces and the Armed Forces of the Philippines are coming here to San Diego. Starting on June 26th, they're coming here. They're coming here to play with their fascist Uncle Sam, to play their war games, to tighten their coordination, to train each other, to test new weapons that cost billions and billions of dollars that will only be used to kill our people. They're coming here to train each other to be better at killing us, to be better at exploiting our land, our resources, our people, our labor. They're coming here to play, but we will be here waiting for them, right? They think that they can annihilate our struggles for liberation, but they are fools. They are fools to have made enemies of us. Because we have something stronger than their bombs and their tanks and their arms. They are the minority. We are the majority. We have the strength of the people. We have the strength of our unity. Our solidarity, our genuine care for each other, our vision for a world free from exploitation, free from US-led war, free from militarization, is stronger than their flimsy unity for profit and power. So we of Anakbayan San Diego are proud to work together with the Palestinian youth movement and with organizations from all across the world and an international coalition to gather here in San Diego, to learn from each other, to build our solidarity, and protest RIMPAC, to cancel RIMPAC, because RIMPAC is not welcome here. The Israeli Defense Forces are not welcome here. The Armed Forces of the Philippines are not welcome here. The US Navy is not welcome here. They made San Diego a stronghold of the US military, but we can and we will make San Diego a stronghold of the people's resistance for a world free from wars of aggression, for a world free from US imperialism, from a world free of the Zionist state of Israel, from a world free of the reactionary government of the Philippines. Because when we fight, we will tear down imperialism together and build a world with true, just, and lasting peace. Thank you.
Everybody give it up for Anakbayan one more time. From Palestine to the Philippines. Stop the US war machine.
Stop the US war machine.
From Palestine to the Philippines.
Palestine to the Philippines.
Stop the US war machine.
Stop the US war machine.
And we thank you again for that reminder of how the US is not the only nation that is complicit in genocide and massacre, and that the beast of imperialism has its claws all over this world, but that anywhere that we strike this beast, it is a victory for us all. And I want to remind everybody that our actions in San Diego, in downtown, in LA, across California, across the country, they're not in a vacuum. We're not here just for Rafah, because Rafah was striked once. We're not here because Palestine has been under attack since October. We're here because of an occupation since 1948. We are here as people living on occupied Kumeyaay territory. We know that the same violence that has been used against our people in Palestine now been used against our students right here in San Diego. And we must never forget the role that we have to play in our own communities. And so right now, in this building, there is a meeting taking place to hold the sheriff's department accountable for the way that they brutalized over 60 community members and over 40 students just this month. Shame! And so, we ask everyone to please come with us to the entrance of the building, because we have speakers inside right now expressing their outrage, demanding accountability, demanding we put an end to funding genocide right now. So everybody please follow us as we go to the entrance of the building. Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
And end the occupation!
End the occupation!
And end the occupation!
End the occupation!
Free
world, how dare you? To those making excuses to eradicate a population, shame on you! To those of you who are walking by and saying it's not my problem, who the hell are you? This is our problem. Our U.S. tax dollars continue to pay for genocide. It continues to pay to target Palestinian civilians, where more than 50% are children. It continues to pay to carpet bomb homes, schools, hospitals, aid trucks, and more. Shame. It continues to pay to burn Palestinian civilians alive, where they were forcefully displaced by the Israeli Zionist government with U.S. government permission. In what media outlets and governments label as a safe zone. There were children, parents, civilians that were targeted purposefully and burnt alive in United Nations tents in Rafah, southern Gaza, in the last several hours by a 2,000-pound U.S.-made bomb. There are children that watch their parents and siblings get burnt alive, and this is your problem. And now there's no internet in Rafah. Shame. I have lost faith in many of humanity where they question what kind of civilian or child was killed or burnt alive. I have lost faith in many in Western medical communities where medical professionals who take oaths to do no harm avoid calling for a ceasefire and defend textbook genocide. I have lost faith in universities who send militarized police and snipers on peaceful student protesters practicing their First Amendment rights. I have no ability to logically comprehend how impunity is granted to Israel while Palestinians are persecuted for just existing. To the media, to the universities, to the governments, to the puppets of this world who care about their status and their bank accounts, stop with the verbal gymnastics and call it what it is. It's genocide. It's bombardment. It's murder of children, women, men. Just say it. We are not sound bites. We are not sound bites. We are not sound bites that feed your narrative. We are not checkbox moves that fund your bank accounts and up your statuses. We, Palestinians, are humans that deserve dignity and the right to human life. We, Palestinians, are the population that will teach you life. And we won't stop. We won't stop till liberation is granted from the river to the sea and across the world for humanity. Free Palestine. Repeat after me. من المية للمية. فلسطين عربية. من المية للمية. فلسطين عربية. نعود by millions. We will return. Thank you.
Because we as a community and we as students are being denied entry to give public comment in the platform that is meant to allow us to hold elected officials accountable, we are taking matters into our own hands.
And we are going to hold our public comment out here. And so I now invite the students who had planned to go inside to give their public comment from right here outside the county administration buildings. Everybody, please welcome our first student. For my public comment, when we look at what genocide means and how we let the Holocaust happen, we know that these politics gave into place and plagued our eyes and plagued our minds. But it was people, it was students who brought it to the forefront. It is something we've seen, and we saw the students on UCSD's campus attempt to counter this narrative and show this genocide for what it is. And for a definition, a Holocaust means a destruction or slaughter on a mass scale, something we've seen for 8 months, especially caused by fire or nuclear war. Something we saw this weekend as we saw bodies drawn out, burned to a crisp. Shame. It is indisputable the amount of death that we have seen. There are well over 40,000 deaths. And now we have students saying, please, please stop this death. Please acknowledge this death. And please stop aiding and abetting and being a part of the death of our people. And what are we met with? Police brutality. And I'd like to make something very clear. On Monday, May 6th, Imam Taha every single day wears glasses, and he got maced. You know what the sheriff's office did? They deliberately sprayed on his forehead to make sure that the pepper spray got into his eyes. It was targeted brutality that hundreds of students faced. It was intentional. Students have been protesting for every single social movement. UC San Diego played a pivotal role in South Africa and Vietnam. Students at UC San Diego slept in Galbraith Hall, which was a former library, for a month straight. And they did not get arrested, nor were they met with this amount of brutality, because they wanted to see that result. The encampment was an embodiment of everything the university stands for. What is most haunting is that we saw hundreds of riot police standing underneath signs that said, "Let your world change their world." And in an attempt of changing the world, and in an attempt of taking everything we have learned over the past 4 years and applying it, we were brutalized, we were silenced, we were beaten. But we will do it again, as this is our duty to stand up in face of genocide. UC San Diego, we know which side you're on. Remember South Africa, remember Vietnam. I'd like to read briefly the taglines of every single college and what it stands for. Rebel, purpose, truth, and vision. And that encampment had a purpose to stopping that genocide. It embodied the university's culture. Yours celebrates the independent spirit. And what did we do? We took every single student's independence and created community. Marshall College is preparing students to be scholars and citizens, and we provided free education and teaching and had them stand up for issues across the world. Warren is for a life in balance. How can there be balance in a life when there is a genocide occurring? Roosevelt College, developing world citizens through scholarship, leadership, and service. And we service our community by bringing free education. We fed students who typically had to worry about food and created a safe community and taught about standing up for what is right. 7th, a changing planet. It is our future that is at stake, and we are constantly trying to help. And finally, 8th college, engagement and community. We are trying to build community, and we successfully did. The encampment embodied everything the university stands for, and what did they do? Brutalize us. But that will never stop us and silence us. And that is why it is important to explore and to investigate why we were met with this police force. Thank you. now. So please, if you are parked in a towaway zone, please move your car. We don't want anyone getting towed. Because we know, actually, that we keep our community safe. And you know who doesn't do that? The Sheriff's Department. Which is part of why we're here. To let them know that despite their claims about serving and protecting and keeping San Diego safe, all we have ever done is been put in harm's way. So I now want to invite our next student to share their public comments.
Hello everyone. It's going to be pretty quick, but I want to point to your attention that on the side of every single police car in San Diego, it reads, emblazoned, America's finest. What was displayed on May 6th was not America's finest. It was America's worst. At 5:30 in the morning, me and my comrades awoke to see a line of sheriff's officers lined up in front of our peaceful encampment that we had had for several days with no incident. Counter-protesters, police agitation, nothing, not a single incident of violence the entire time. We fed those who were hungry, and we educated those who wished to learn. But instead, these police officers, these sheriff officers, posted snipers upon our student health center. They posted cameras upon our libraries, and they occupied our campus and disabled our transit. I have no other words to describe what happened on May 6th than a catastrophe. It was shameful, and shame on the university, on Chancellor Kosla, on this institution behind me, on the sheriff, on the police, and every single system that oppresses all of us and enables this state violence to happen in our name. Like I said, I'm going to keep it quick, so I will read to you the final comment that the police officers made to us before they entered the camp and destroyed our place of learning and community in solidarity with Reza. They said to us, in the name of the people of California, you are ordered to disperse immediately. You have 10 minutes or you will be arrested. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do not think that was in the name of the people of California. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
UCSD, you're painted red!
UCSD painted red!
Over 40,000 dead!
Over 40,000 dead!
UCSD, you're painted red!
UCSD painted red!
Over 40,000 dead!
Over 40,000 dead!
Every day and every night!
Every day and every night!
Palestine is our fight!
Palestine is our fight!
Every day and every night!
Every day and every night!
Palestine is our fight!
Palestine is our fight!
We want justice, you say how!
We want justice, you say how!
UCSD divest now!
UCSD divest now!
We want justice, you say how!
We want justice, you say how!
UCSD divest now!
UCSD divest now!
I now want to welcome our next student speaker.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I know we've heard a lot about the experiences that people had in the encampment and on the day of May 6th when the dispersal order was given and when the police came and shut down our rights to free speech and free expression. But I'm here to tell you my personal experience of what occurred after the dispersal. On Monday, May 6th, I experienced something which I never could have expected or realized would have even been a possibility here in America. On Monday, May 6th, I was traumatized and brutalized by the very same sheriff's department that you see behind you here. On Monday, May 6th, I stood to let the people hear my voice, to hear the injustices that were occurring in Palestine, in Gaza, to hear about the injustices that were happening to my people. And what I got as a reward from the sheriff's department was bear mace, was being beaten by batons, was being dragged down by 5 officers at once, and having my hand, which had surgery on it in summer, twisted. Shame. And so I want you all to know that as much as they claim to be serving and protecting, they are only here to silence and preserve the oppression that has been in place in America since its foundation.
Shame, shame, shame on you!
Shame, shame, shame on you!
You have blood on your hands too!
You have blood on your hands too!
Shame, shame, shame on you!
Shame, shame, shame on you!
You have blood on your hands too!
You have blood on your hands too!
Everybody, more of our students were able to go inside and are now bravely facing the same people who brutalized them and are using their voices to express their disgust. And so let's all cheer for our students who are in there right now. Our students who are on the front lines at UCSD and who continue to lead the way to liberation. I now want to invite Samar to speak on behalf of Students for Justice in Palestine and the Council for American-Islamic Relations.
I have no words for any of the things that we have seen over this past weekend, to everything happening in Rafah and in Gaza. But understand, it is our duty. It is our duty to set up encampments. It is our duty to face these repercussions, because this genocide must come to an end. Day after day, these images get worse. It's hard to see, but let this move you. Let yourself understand that you are watching a genocide, and one day you must think to yourself, was I capable of doing everything that I possibly could to stop it? You must do everything in your power to stop this genocide. You have an important role. You are all vessels of change. You are all capable of creating this change. And I know that we are outside right now protesting to protect our students, but I can speak on behalf of almost every student and say that whatever happened on May 6th, we are willing to go through it again and again and again. Because a genocide and a revolution does not come until the people stand up and escalate. And that is what we will continue to do. We want a revolution. We can make the revolution. In California, our Muslim population is almost 1%. We are a few. However, we look to all of the people we stand in solidarity with. We know how we are all interconnected. All of our struggles are tied together. This government, whatever this United States was founded on, was oppressing minorities for hundreds of years. And what they are most afraid of is us all standing together to dismantle this oppression. Community, we saw these groups stand together, and the empire, the government, these institutions are so scared of it because we are capable of creating that change, the better world that we want to see. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Hello, test. We are now 234 days into the genocide on Gaza. During the past 2 days, the Zionist regime carried out a horrific massacre against displaced civilians in Rafah after classifying the area as a safe space, only resulting in numerous martyrs and casualties. They bombed Rafah over 60 times, and the scenes that we witnessed in Rafah were unimaginable. The massacre occurred only 2 days after the ICJ issued its ruling ordering Israel to immediately halt its military offensive in Rafah. Israel openly defied the court's orders and proved what we already know to be true, which is that Israel will always disobey any direct order coming from any international court. And that they believe to be above the law. After the outrage erupted over this deadly massacre, it was reported by Netanyahu and Western media outlets that the event was a tragic error. The murderous Zionist occupation continues to lie and justify the atrocities they commit over and over again because they believe they cannot be held accountable for their actions. This is not a war, nor is this a conflict. This massacre is collective punishment for Gaza's efforts to resist colonization and refuse compromise and capitulation. We must remember that Israel does not act alone. It is empowered and funded by the United States and other Western powers. A month ago, Genocide Joe told the American people that the invasion of Rafah would be a red line. Yet it's been weeks since the invasion of Rafah has begun and Biden's red line is nowhere to be seen. After almost 8 months of this ongoing genocide, Gaza shows us the true meaning of resilience and bravery. The people of Gaza are an example for us all. After enduring all that they have had, they remain steadfast in their resistance. Remember why we are here. We will never abandon our people. We will never forget our struggle. And we will never surrender to those who prefer us to stay silent. We will not waver in our efforts to lift the siege on Gaza and stop this genocide. We cannot stop. We cannot rest. We will continue to come together as a community to defend Gaza and maintain pressure internationally until the genocide ends. We demand that Israel be sanctioned. We demand an end to the arms embargo and for the siege on Gaza to be lifted. And we demand a ceasefire now. Please repeat after me. Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Liberation is near.
Liberation is near.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, slowly but surely our students are getting the opportunity to share their public comment. And we now want to open the opportunity if there are any more students who want to go inside and confront those who brutalize them. And confront those who turned a place of learning and growth into a place of violence and fear. Shame! So please come up to someone in a yellow vest if you would like to go inside and give public comment. But what we can do as this meeting goes on is we can continue to uplift the demands of our community and of our students. And so we're going to chant what our demands are. Is everybody ready? Number
in charge of on-campus restaurants to not renew contracts with Burger King. That is a BDS victory. That is power to the people. So within the coming years, we will no longer see an institution on our campus that supports genocide, and that was because power to the people, the community, and the students. Don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Defeated. The people united will never be 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 defeated. Something's coming, and you respond with what is coming, okay? Something's coming. What is coming? Something's coming. What is coming? Revolution. 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 Who is the revolution? We are the revolution. Who is the revolution? We are the revolution. Who is the Intifada? Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
I want to thank everybody so much for coming out here today. Despite the 7 months of violent genocide, of violent repression, from the media, from elected officials, while walking in public, people being attacked for wearing a kufiyah, people being attacked for holding up the banner of Palestine. We have continued to show up. And we will continue to show up as long as the belly of the beast is alive and well. We know that our role is not over. We know that we want more than a ceasefire, that we want more than these charges to be dropped, that we want more than divestment. We want the freedom of our people. And every day that we show up, every day that we send letters, that we call in, that we say that we are proud to be Palestinian, is another day that we live to fight. And we will continue to fight until we see liberation. And so I thank you all again for coming out here today. Our students are in there giving public comment, and we will stay to support them until they are done. But we now want to conclude this demonstration. Thank you all so much. Please get involved with the Palestinian youth movement, with Students for Justice in Palestine, with AMP, with CAIR, with every single organization, because we will continue, every single one of us, no matter who we are, to place pressure on administrators, on officials, on public servants, on community members. And so today is not the last day, and we will see you again. Thank you all so much. Hello? We go tomorrow.